So two local brothers are making their mark in the world of innovative design. They are the brains behind a homegrown company that's creating memorable spaces out of shipping containers. So our Chuck is out on the plaza with one of their unique creations. Chuck, what is that?
Well, Tati, it's really interesting because we're not just talking about RVs. We'll get to that in just a minute, but we're talking about houses, and shipping containers is something you can turn into a boat. It's really a pretty cool idea. Here with me now is Drake Baroja, who's CEO of the company Modeco, who is up in Washington Township, up in Apple Country. Good to see you, Drake.
Hello, Chuck.
Yeah, this is really a fascinating idea, and I know you guys were just featured on HGTV, right? So you've gotten some national exposure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. It was great. We had an awesome time, and we've actually got orders now from the show, so it's been awesome.
So I know we're playing some video. We had you on First Block here. We're looking at a house that you built out of a shipping container. This is in Royal Oak, right?
Correct. Yeah. So we built a house out of seven boxes. It just sold recently to a great couple. They love it. So we've been in contact with them since, and it's just been a great project.
All right. So you're using lingo we're not all familiar with. When you say 7 boxes, you mean 7 shipping containers?
7 shipping containers, correct. And we weld them, and we cut them, and we make them fit like Legos for guys like us, right?
All right. And why would we do that? Why would we not just go with sticks and bricks?
Well, because number one, it's cheaper, right? So off the bat, it's about 15% cheaper, right?
Okay.
It lasts longer. So we coat our homes with polyurea coating, so maintenance over life is also cheaper. And then we also spray foam insulate it, so your bills are also cheaper, right? And then of course you've got the added feature of your recycling shipping containers, which is awesome.
All right, so here's what it looks like when it's done. So let's talk about this idea. What are we looking at outside here right now?
Okay, this is basically a shipping container, a tiny home that we added RV features, right? And so it's got the transport system here, which can both lift and then take your tiny home to where you want it. And when you go inside, there's a Murphy bed from California Closets, thanks to those guys.
On the deck here real quick. Yeah.
And this deck opens and closes, so if you ever leave it, you can shut it, and it's totally safe, right? And then there's a kitchen, there's a bathroom, there's a shower, there's a family room with a TV, so it's just everything you need.
So you've got another project on the drawing boards. That's a boat?
Correct. So this is sort of step 1 to step 2.
Yeah.
So this thing would roll from the dock onto a boat platform, which would then be your boat. So your living space travels where you travel.
Now, it seems to me that, and I've read articles about this, how this is solving, and by the way, let me just point this out first.
Sure.
What we're standing on, this deck right here, this is actually the side of this steel shipping container that it goes up, so for security or otherwise it locks in,
right.
Or then it comes down around the deck.
Correct, yeah. I mean, totally, right? So if you had this in Alaska or the UP, you could just close it up and know it's safe.
Yeah. And what about in the sense of urban shelter? Because you're talking tiny house.
Right.
Isn't this a way that we can look to maybe solve some of the problems of homelessness, or people who are on their way from maybe a tiny house like this on their way to better prosperity?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we would love to do a project like that here in the city where we could help solve that issue.
Okay, good to see you, Drake. Thanks for the
great,
tour.
thank you.
Very interesting stuff. This is pretty cool. So we want to give you a reminder, Modeco Development. It's a local family-owned company. Two brothers doing their thing. They're up in Washington Township. They build these shipping container homes. They have RVs. And, of course, now they're looking into building boats. So it's really cool stuff. They're on green tech. They're into smart homes. So all of this comes together, super insulated. You know, the exterior impermeable. It's made out of steel. For more on all of this, on Modeco Development, you can check out their website, modecodevelopment.com, and get a little better picture of what we're talking about. Thanks, Drake. Good to see you, and we'll throw it back into you.
Sounds good. That boat looks really cool. We were all talking about it here in studio. Thanks, Chuck.